Hello everyone. I'm going to share with you a really powerful exercise. I'm here with Gina, my dear soul sister, who's an amazing healer, by the way, Reiki master. And we're going to practice connection together, which, did you know that eye gazing is one of the most powerful ways to stimulate your love hormone? Basically, whoever you look at for many, many hours a day, you're going to fall in love with them. You're hard not to love. So the way that nature built it is that when we look at each other, we're literally stimulating the hormone of connection. It's so beautiful. Yet at the same time, so many people have a hard time making eye contact and staying there, because it does require us to also be able to be available to ourselves. So if you have anybody in your life that you look at them and maybe you're just smiling at them and then they look away, has that ever happened to you where maybe it's a hot guy you're looking at and you're like, he's cute, and then he gets nervous and he gets uncomfortable and looks away? Don't ever take it personally, okay? Because that person is just having a hard time being with themselves. And I think a lot of us have that. I know for me, I used to be very disconnected from my body because I had sexual trauma. And even during lovemaking, I wouldn't look at my partner because it was too intense. And I feel I lived a lot of my life blocking myself from feeling. Hence, I went on a crusade to heal myself and to discover ways to process the weight of the past. And so this is a very simple exercise, and if you don't have another human, just go in the mirror. And Louise Hay talks a lot about mirror exercises. So I highly recommend going in the mirror every single day. You could do this while you're brushing your teeth and looking at yourself and just feeling grateful for yourself. And if you do have a partner, go grab them right now, and you could do this eye gazing exercise with Gina and I. So the first step is to get your body close to your partner, and you could be knee to knee, and of course support your low back. So put a little cushion underneath your tushy, and then you can bring your hands open posture. So this is a way of practicing receiving, and it's a metaphor. So if you have a hard time receiving, let's just say you want to raise and you have a hard time asking for it, or maybe you want to be in an awesome romantic relationship with someone, but you have a hard time receiving love, which really it's a reflection of maybe you're having a hard time receiving yourself in love, because basically whatever we are creating with our partner is what we are, how we are interacting with ourselves. So this exercise, you can pretend that you're really looking at yourself. And to the degree that you are able to be with yourself is to the degree that you're going to be able to connect with another human. So what we're going to do right now is sit in front of each other. We're totally available to each other, facing our hearts, all of our chakras, and we're creating this intention of connection. And I learned in my Tantra training to look into the left eye, that helps us to open up even more and be more in our intuitive mind. So I'm looking at Gina's left eye, and Gina's looking at mine, and we're going to breathe and expand our breath together. Sometimes we start thinking of things as we're looking at someone. When I do these workshops, sometimes people start to laugh or they look away. And because this causes our love hormone to be amplified, emotions come up too. our hearts relax, we feel more love, and maybe we're scared of feeling love. So I invite everyone to keep looking, stay. And there might be an urge to look away, so you can breathe and feel deeper if that's comfortable for you. And if it's uncomfortable for you, feel grateful that you get to strengthen yourself, being more intimate. So we're going to do this breath. Ah! So you can create sounds. If you have nervousness, if you have fears come up, using sound is a great way to release. For some people, doing this causes tension in their throat, tension in their heart. I know I've done this exercise and I started to cry. The best thing to do is just be a witness. Just be a witness. You don't have to understand why you're feeling how you're feeling. The love hormone is also the releasing hormone. The emotional release hormone is love. Love is release. And remember, you can only see in front of you who you see in yourself. So am I able to feel love with this person, or am I looking at imperfections in them? Am I noticing imperfections in their face, or am I seeing a radiant, divine, beautiful, magical goddess in front of me? We see what we are. What are you choosing to see? Where's your focus? Notice what comes up for you. And are you able to simply witness your thoughts, or do you analyze your thoughts? Do you allow yourself to really feel what's coming up, or are you blocking your feelings from coming up? Inhale deeply. Sometimes people feel tightness in their chest when I do this with clients. And you don't have to understand why you're feeling something. You can just flow your breath and flow your feelings. Isn't that great? I don't have to understand why. Oh my God. Because then you go up into your head just like I did. And sometimes just being with someone makes us feel uncomfortable because we're going into the unknown. We don't know when this exercise is going to finish. And I think a lot of us have fear of the unknown. So find a stranger somewhere, just ask them, would you like to eye gaze with me? Or ask a family member. If you have a pet, they love the eye gaze. You may want to start with them. Or start in the mirror. And it could be a friend. It doesn't just have to be a romantic partner. I just have to forewarn you, if you do it for a long time with them, you are going to fall in love with them. It's just the way it is. You'll rise in love with them. Do you feel more loving towards me?
I already loved you. Just to strengthen.
Did anything come up for you?
Yeah. And this happens every time I eye gaze. I feel I project my own feelings and I'm seeing them through your eyes. And it was also interesting because before you said what you're seeing in me is really what you're seeing in yourself. And I'm like, okay, I see sadness, but then I see the power, and then I see the courage and the strength. And then you said that and I'm like, okay.
That's why I said it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So depending on what you're going on, thanks for sharing. That
Thank
takes
you.
a lot of vulnerability. She's emotionally available, beautiful goddess. Thank you for being connected and present to your emotions. This is what Tantra is all about. It's about really being available to everything that comes up. And when we are with people like that, it's so much more fun. When I hang out with people, because I was that person, you know, where I felt I was frozen food and now I'm ripe, juicy mango. I was dulled out. I was frozen because I was holding so much my feelings that I learned to disconnect, like I said before. And so I had to love my disconnected version of myself for a long time because I didn't feel safe enough to actually be with my own feelings and then to actually share that with another. So I'm so grateful that we could do this exercise, and as we both see each other and allow ourselves to be seen, we're really connecting deeper with ourselves, because I can only connect with Gina to the degree that I am connected with myself. And why is connection important? Because that's what we are. We're not even separate. We're one. So when we look at each other in an electron microscope and we do this, like let's just say that there was a lens here looking at our cells, you really can't delineate where Gina's finger ends and mine begins. And I learned this somewhere years ago. So even if we think that we are separate, because it might appear that we're separate, we're actually not separate. So when we do these connection exercises, it feels so good because this is what we are. And our physiology is designed for connection, to thrive with connection. It takes less energy to love and connect than it does to be chronically stressed out and angry and full of fear. So the body, when we do these things, the body's like, yeah, this feels so good. Just like when we eat natural food, the body's like, yeah, I love it. She's feeding me organic food without any chemicals and without any high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, bring it over. I know how to digest that. So it's the same when we're doing connection exercises. Your body is just having a party. So I highly recommend to open yourself to more opportunities for connection. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
feel so good. And message me. I would love to know how this exercise benefited you. If you didn't have a partner, grab a pillow or just hug yourself or get a mirror. And let me know if you'd like to learn more about how to amplify your healing hormone. Schedule a 15-minute free clarity call with me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if there's someone that you feel would benefit from this video, don't be selfish. Share it with that person. Have a beautiful day. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.